All right. Can I get your name?
No.
You're not going to give your name as a public employee still, huh?
That's all right.
Do you guys have a complaint form?
Sure.
Like if I wanted to fill out a complaint as well?
Yeah, usually it's for village residents and village town residents or whatever.
Oh, I'm a taxpayer.
Copies?
When you say stuff like we normally only give complaint forms to residents, and Mr. Patterson that was just here, the police officer, does he only enforce village law on residents only? Huh. Does sound silly when you look at it that way, doesn't it?
Sure.
So
You're
a
absolutely right.
complaint form should be available to anybody who has a complaint. Because
listen, y'all, these kids want to act up in school, want to go to school and embarrass you, want to make like they got no home training. So I told my son, don't go to school embarrassing me no more. I'll take care of you, son. I give you anything you want. I discipline you. But you're going to embarrass me like this? No, so now I'm going to cut his hair.
Oh, I'm going to have to ask you,
okay? Go ahead.
Hey, do me a favor. Wait for the SWAT guys. Now I saw you were in a restricted area. Now I want your identification. You're not getting it.
Don't embarrass me. I told him, don't embarrass me. No.
Dave?
Yes.
Dave Cummings, this is Dan from Auditing, Erie County.
Okay.
I forwarded you the email and video of the Newstead Public Works building over there. Did you ever get a chance to watch it?
Yeah, I saw it. I'm not sure I got it from you, but I did get it from some other people. Yes.
Can I get your opinion on the behavior of the employees down there?
We need to address it.
All right. I probably will do a revisit there, and I expect a smile and a full request. It just looks better for the public's end. I thought they were a little bit rude down there. I know in that video I popped in Lancaster. I actually got a email from the Lancaster Supervisor of Public Works building, wants to give me a full tour of their building. Is there something maybe we could work out with your building too?
In the public areas. I'm not sure. I'd have to check with the attorneys to see what areas we can have you. But you're welcome to whatever legally you can look at. So.
Like as far as the office, they wouldn't let me in. That was obviously out of line on their part, correct?
Yeah, they probably should have let you in to at least find out what you wanted.
Yeah. All right, I was just checking up to see, your opinion on it and that, and to let you know that about
we're going to address some of the interaction. We need to brush up on that.
Yeah, I think I'm not here to ruse nobody or get nobody in big trouble or nothing, but at the same time, I'm just trying to exercise some rights of being able to come to a public building or public property, and not, like the police officer trying to trespass me off public property. Is you can't trespass somebody off public property without a crime, but.
Well, just to let you know, that's a joint facility. The town of Newstead owns part of it in the village of Akron. The police chief is from the village of Akron. You would have to talk to the village people.
Yeah, I understand that. Actually, one question about that video. The two people that I referenced with names on there, did I get their names correct, or are those people from the village?
No, one was from the village and one's from the town.
The two people in the video, the lady and the gentleman, they both identified themselves as
Smith.
Smith?
I'm sorry.
Did I get the guy's name right?
You mean Mike?
Yes.
Yes. He's from the town.
And he's this. What about the lady that was the one that waved in that? Did I get that lady's name wrong on the video?
And I'm sorry. What was the name you used? Debbie?
Gosh.
If it was Debbie, you got the correct name, and she is the village clerk.
I named her Rachel Kempsky. That would be the secretary of...
Yeah, I think the lady you talked to was not Rachel.
The one that
two
waved in
ladies there in the office, one's from the town and one's from the village. And the one that you talked to was from the village, and her name is Debbie.
Yeah, I was hoping I got their names right. It was hard to get their names right, especially when they gave fake ones.
Yeah, that wasn't right. I was smiling because why
Have you guys ever heard of a First Amendment audit before?
I have heard about it, yes.
All right.
I've heard a lot more about it since this has happened.
I imagine. I guess that was my only question is, to get your opinion on it and to make sure that it was being addressed properly, because I'd hate to, make sure I got the names right, which obviously I did not, but that would be the fault of the people giving fake names in the first place, I suppose. But,
Okay.
Thank
you much, sir.
Thank you very much. And if there's a possibility to get a interview inside that building, as far as walk through what we can or what we you'll allow, if you'll reach out to me, I would love an interview of the inside of that place.
Okay. Get you at this. Yeah, I'll check that out and get back to you. It may not be till Monday.
Yeah, sometime next week, maybe I'll think about making a revisit there just to make sure we get a smile and a full request form.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Hello?
Yes, Dan?
Yes.
Dave Cummings, Supervisor, Town and Newstead. How are you today?
Pretty good.
Yeah, we talked last week. You can visit the joint facility site anytime you want during normal business hours, which are 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., Monday through Friday.
Yeah. Is anybody interested in giving any tour or anything of the facility at all? I asked you about. You said you were going to talk to the attorney or whatever.
Yeah, there's certain areas where legal, where they're working on equipment and all that we really can't have public go in, in case something goes wrong. But as far as touring, like the outside, we can do that.
All right.
That's no problem.
I appreciate your, calling me and let me know in clarity. People would definitely appreciate it.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Okay. Bye.
All right. Down here today, back at the Newstead and Akron Highway Department. It looks like they got some new signage up here talking about authorized personnel only. We're going to find out about that. We just heard the supervisor tell us that we are welcome to come down here and walk into this publicly accessible office. So we'll find out right now what this new office, authorized personnel, is. We're going to go ahead and try to see if they're going to let us in this publicly accessible office. Yeah, I'd like to come in the office here and get a FOIL request form.
They're down at the other office, sir.
You're not going to let me in this office again?
Are you a resident?
I'm a taxpayer.
Are you a resident?
I'm a taxpayer and I'd like to come in this office. The supervisor said I am welcome to come in this office and go in the publicly accessible area. Are you going to deny me access again?
There's no supervisor here. He's down at the other office.
The supervisor of the town.
You can visit the joint facility site anytime you want during normal business hours, which are 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., Monday through Friday.
All right. Can I get your name?
No.
You're not going to give your name as a public employee still, huh?
Pete Smith. That's all right.
And your name, ma'am?
Pete Smith.
Your name is also Pete Smith?
Yeah, we're both Pete Smith.
That's interesting.
How are you doing today, Dan?
I'm doing all right, but what is your name?
Pete Smith.
Well, you guys want to rack it up again?
It's okay. I will thank you, though, because we finally got some good signs, so it's good. This is a highway garage. Not really for public.
You can visit the joint facility site anytime you want during normal business hours, which are 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., Monday through Friday.
But thank you.
You want to thank me for what?
Oh, just getting some things organized for us here.
You guys want to thank me for teaching you guys how to respect the public? Is that what it is? No? You still think it's a joke, huh? Can I get your opinion on the behavior of the employees down there?
We need to address it. It was totally inappropriate.
I mean, you seem to be laughing. You don't want to give your name. You're a public employee. You're paid by tax dollars, yet you still want to act this way, huh?
It was totally inappropriate.
I don't mind exposing it. I love exposing tyrannical behavior and bad behavior, for sure, 100%. I don't mind it at all.
That's good.
I know the supervisor of the town was not very happy. He called it inappropriate.
It was totally inappropriate.
He also called you not being able to give out your name. He called that inappropriate, but you still want to do it. So as long as the world gets to see that you still want to act like that, and you guys want to put up some sign of authorized personnel only, which is total BS. But it's glad to see that you guys still didn't learn anything from nothing. But that's you work for the Village of Akron, or you work for the town of Newstead?
Is there anything else we can help you with?
Yeah, I'd like to know your name. Not even a first name?
Did you give me your name?
You just called me by my name.
Pete Smith.
Right.
Don't you think that's a little inappropriate? As a public servant, you get paid by tax dollars, and the taxpayers who sent me here.
It was totally inappropriate.
Okay.
There you guys have it. This is, they didn't learn nothing down here. This lady doesn't like transparency. She has a problem with the Constitution of the United States of America, where the First Amendment has the freedom of the press. They come in here instead of, just cordially giving out a name or nothing. Instead, they want to make new signs, authorized personnel only. Authorized personnel is the taxpayers who own this building. So I don't know what these signs they expected to accomplish by it, but we're not going to stick around here very much longer because the people down here are not very inviting. But I like to expose it to the world. But we'll take a walk around the facility here, get some pictures, and this person here still didn't learn a lesson at all. I don't know. I mean, if you guys are satisfied with this kind of behavior, they think they can just put up some signs and that'll keep the press, the First Amendment, out of here. It's absolutely ridiculous. But this is our tax dollars at work down here in Akron. These pamphlets here. You're not even going to state which municipality you work for either? The town or the village?
Pete Smith. Pete Smith.
There you have it.
Pete Smith.
You just heard the supervisor we talked to. He said that we should come down here. We're welcome to walk through the office here, but yet they're going to put up their own signs. Who authorized these signs to go up? Personnel, authorized personnel only.
Pete Smith.
And who would you consider authorized personnel? Can you tell me that?
Pete Smith.
There you have it. No help, no service. This is Akron and Newstead. Authorized personnel only. This is their plan of how they're gonna treat the public down here. So, as you can see, this lady, she didn't learn nothing from her experience the last time, but she did let me in the office because she was told she had to, but yet they don't want to state their name or nothing. We got the supervisor coming on in, and they're gonna scoot to the back so they don't have to deal with the camera. But let's go get some pictures of those signs they put up, authorized personnel only. This is their new sign they put up here. They're gonna just put up a sign like this to keep out the press. Vendors by appointment only. I'm certainly not a vendor. I'm free press. I'm the first one in the Constitution, who they do not respect around here. As you see, this is a brand new sign. They just put up both these signs here because Auditing Erie County came in here and took some photographs. I don't know what you taxpayers of Akron and Newstead think about that. That is the municipal building down here for the highway department. As you can see, we're gonna go ahead and get an interview and a walkthrough of the Lancaster facility, because Superintendent of Lancaster did see that video, and they did offer us a walkthrough of the whole facility because they enjoyed the good publicity, where these guys here are going to make signs up and try to threaten people to keep people out of here. But this is a publicly accessible place. Authorized personnel is anybody who pays taxes, as far as I'm concerned. I don't know why they think they can act like that, but you guys be the judge of what you guys think of that.
Erie County fam, I don't know what you guys think about that, but that smile on that lady's face and thanking me about them signs almost makes me believe that she thinks they're gonna hem up some kind of charge of trespassing on me. But just in case you forgot, ma'am, the supervisor said,
Dave Cummings, Supervisor Town of Newstead. How are you today?
Pretty good.
Yeah, we talked last week. You can visit the joint facility site anytime you want during normal business hours, which are 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., Monday through Friday.
so just remember, I was invited and can go there anytime I would like.
Quick shoot down here to the town of Newstead town hall. We'll go in here and make sure we get that lady's identity, because she doesn't want to give it. She just wants to look dumb in front of you all. So that is the process, that we're going to go ahead and get her name, salary, and put her up on there so everybody knows how our tax dollars are spent and how they appreciate that. So redirected to the Village of Akron, because this lady works for the village. We're going to go ahead and get her name, salary, and we'll get it for you guys here. I'm alright.
How are you?
Pretty good. Can I get a full request form?
Sure, one moment, please. Is Sarah? He's in the back. I'm sorry.
Can I get a FOIL request form?
Sure, hold on one second. There you go.
There's one thing that you can help me with. Down in the highway department, there's a lady down there that works for you guys.
Yeah.
Her name is Deborah. Could you spell her last name, or know how to spell her last name? I need to put it on this form.
You need to put it on that form?
Yeah, I need the full request about her, specifically.
Specifically about her?
Yeah.
Well, what kind of information would you get from her about her?
I want her salary, how long she's worked here, that stuff.
You can
Public
put-
information. So I know her name's Debbie.
Okay.
Her last name is Forrester or
Forrestel,
Forrestel. Do you know how that's spelled?
F-O-R,
F-O-R?
R-E-S-T-E-L.
All right, I'll fill this out and I'll just.
You'll bring it back?
Yeah, well, I'm gonna fill it out right now and I'll just leave it here with you. I'm not, if you want to wait with me, it's fine.
Because her information about that is all on our website, under our annual meeting. So anyway, how are you today? Yeah.
Do you guys have a complaint form?
Sure.
Like if I wanted to fill out a complaint as well?
Yeah, usually it's for village residents and village town residents or whatever.
Oh, I'm a taxpayer.
Pardon me?
I'm a taxpayer here in
You're a
Akron.
taxpayer. I'm not denying that,
I'm-
but that's usually what we give them out for. But
Yeah, I'd like to
if you
fill one
have a
out.
complaint, I can get you one.
Yeah, I would appreciate that. All right. The only other thing is, can I get a copy of that FOIL request? Like maybe it's time-stamped, or maybe you could just date it and then throw it through the Xerox machine and give me a copy, if you will.
Well, it is dated.
All right, that's fine then. That works.
You just need this one, not this one?
You know, give me a copy of both. That way, if I gotta foil it down the line, make sure it got somewhere.
There's copies?
When you say stuff like we normally only give complaint forms to residents, and Mr. Patterson that was just here, the police officer, does he only enforce village law on residents only? Huh. Does sound silly when you look at it that way, doesn't it?
Correct.
So
You're
a
absolutely right.
complaint form should be available to anybody who has a complaint, because they're
I
just as
gave you-
liable. They're
I
just as
misspoke.
I know,
I'm sorry. I
and
misspoke.
they're just as liable down here for traffic violations or town ordinances. They are is just as anybody who
You're right.
comes through this village, and maybe they just come to a restaurant down here and spend some money and help the revenue of the village here. Anybody should be able to come down here, and they certainly shouldn't get any grief about having to fill out a complaint form at all. So I just want to bring that to your attention, because I bet you Mr. Patterson's written a lot of tickets to people who don't live and ain't just village residents. So
You're absolutely right. I misspoke, and usually it's only village residents that come in to complain.
yeah, I mean,
So that's
but
all I
under
meant
any
by that.
circumstances, I
Wasn't
mean,
anything against
I'm sure
you
the
filling out
village
a complaint.
does take federal funds for anybody in the country who pays taxes. I'm sure that there's federal funding for different things, even from the police station right down to computer systems in their cars. They take federal funding, and like this is you guys are quite aware, I'm sure, who I am and what I do, and I just want to bring it to attention. Like, my platform is a platform. It has the ability to make a town look real good, or it can make them look real bad, but I don't decide that. I'm pretty cordial, I'm very polite. I don't think you could say that I was rude at any point. And so, just in the future, whether it's me, AEC, or whether it's anybody that comes through here with a camera, this is a First Amendment protected activity, and they should be treated with respect, just for the sake that you guys do work for the taxpayers of this village, and the people who live in this village don't want to see that kind of behavior. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, the town of Newstead, their customer service is well beyond and superior to the Village of Akron. So just bringing it to your attention. I'm not here to rebuke you or make you feel bad or anything of that matter, but when you're working for the
You are
public,
putting me on a camera and making me
Well-
uncomfortable by being videoed. Nobody likes to be videoed.
I understand that, but you had a choice when you took a job. You could have worked in the private sector where video cameras aren't allowed, whereas this video camera in this building is, you're publicly paid and you're publicly funded. You waive that right, and it is a constitutionally protected activity under the First Amendment.
You're right.
And anybody who really has a problem with that doesn't really respect the Constitution fully. So with that said, I'm not here to rebuke you or anything, but I just want to bring it to your attention that this video could have went differently, where we could have had a real good conversation like I just had in the village of town of Newstead, where they pointed me to this place because it was the employee of the village who was being inappropriate down there. And she still wouldn't give her name. I actually had to go there. They gave me her name. And then when I asked their name and last name here, you wanted to give me a little kickback, but that's inappropriate when you work in this office, when you work for the people. So I wish you have a great day. I don't want to be the guy who, I'm here to make a fool of anybody or to belittle anybody, but at the same time, the public deserves respect. They are ultimately the boss of you guys, because, we may not be your direct supervisors, but we do
You're the
fund this
taxpayers.
place.
That's correct.
And, like, this channel is to wake some public servants up about that, specifically because it's not right for somebody to come in here and be treated any differently than anybody else, whether we live in this village or whether we don't, because many times have I come down here and patronized the restaurants down here and all that. So, like, with that said, you don't want to scare people off of the village. You want people to come here and spend money. You want this village to flourish and grow. So have a nice day. And can I get your name?
Jane.
Jane.
Tyne.
And you work here
I'm
as?
the village clerk.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Have a good day.
When I say that I like to patronize the Village of Akron, this is one of the sweet little honey holes I like to go to. Some of the best ribs in Erie County by far. So anybody who's looking for a great place to eat, this place is just a stone throw right down the road from that village hall you just seen. And if you head down here, get the ribs, tell them Erie County sent you. This place is a little honey hole. It's cute, it's small, but some of the best ribs ever. No lie, guys, the best ribs in town, right here in Akron, New York. The ribs here are fall off the bone delicious, let me tell you guys. So it's no joke. These are some of the best ribs in town. It's about time these public servants learn a little respect for the people who pay them. It's the end of the line for that kind of behavior where they don't respect the people who pay them and they work for. So let's see if we can get in this office down here, if it's open or not. Negative. See our car's nice and clean, kept clean. Looks pretty good. What's going on down here? We did put a formal complaint in on this Debbie, who doesn't want to identify as if we can't find it out anyways. Government should be run for the people, not by these elected or people who just get a job here. Like Debbie was probably not elected, she's probably hired or appointed, and her behavior is definitely inappropriate. And then you want to come down here and they still want to give you a little kickback. So unfortunately we had to rebuke them just a little bit down here in Akron. I hope they learn to treat this public with a little more respect. And let's see if we can get that interview and walk through the Lancaster town or village highway department. And here we are down here in the Village of Lancaster Public Works building, also the highway department, where I'm looking at the entrance to their parking lot here. I see no signs that say authorized personnel only to be on this here piece of public property. Just put up a sign like this to keep out the press. I do see one over here on the fence behind the restricted access area that normally people aren't allowed in, but due to the last video, the superintendent here, Mr. Camsdale, did invite us down here for a tour of this place, so we're going to take him up on that offer and get you guys an exclusive look inside the building here. And let's go ahead and get inside and we'll ask Mr. Camsdale what he thinks about putting some signs up that say authorized personnel only to the parking lot.
Hi, Dan.
How you doing, Mr. Camsdale?
Welcome. Come on in.
Yeah, it's nice to be able to come here and get a walkthrough and an interview with the place. And
The house is kind of sparse right now. It's going to be painted, so that's why the walls are...
it's work in progress here, huh?
Yeah.
I know you've seen the video, the first video of the Akron and Newstead, and I slipped in the interactions I had here with the staff here. Was very polite and very cordial. It was a pleasant experience, and people aren't used to seeing that kind of pleasant experience sometimes when you just walk in. And but I just want to thank you and let the people of Erie County and the family know that we appreciate that. But I just want to say also we just came from Akron again, and I did a little revisit audit there, and they put up some new signs of authorized personnel only all over the public property. And I know I just showed you a picture of it so you could see what they're thinking. I just want to know what you thought about that.
Well, you're weighing public safety because there's a lot of heavy equipment, around highway DPW with public access to see how their tax dollars are being spent. So, you called, we have an appointment. I'm more than happy to show you around and let you see how.
Yeah, I noticed you guys don't have no authorized personnel signs out in front of their lot and to the public parking lot here.
You won't see anything like that.
But Caitlin, we all met Caitlin last time, and we all want to appreciate and thank the cordialness, and just ask you, last time I was through and I had the camera up and video recording, did you notice that to be invasive or anything, or didn't even notice?
I didn't notice.
That's what we'd like to see. And camera is a First Amendment protected activity, especially on all public property and all public offices that anywhere is publicly accessible. And Mr. Camsdown, you guys are going above and beyond, taking me in the areas that are not publicly accessible to give us a little tour of the place, and I appreciate it. And on behalf of the Erie County fam, I'd like to thank you for your cordialness. And sometimes I go places and it's like we just seen in Akron, they didn't want to give me a complaint form because I wasn't a village resident. Here, you guys didn't have a FOIL request form. You emailed over there and had one emailed over, gave me a pen to fill it out. I mean, that's customer service far superior than a lot of places out here. And on behalf of the Erie County family, I'd like to thank you, Kate, for your cordialness and perfect public service.
Thank you. This is a training room, but we haven't done a lot because of COVID the last couple of years.
Everything's in Zoom meetings with the government lately.
Pardon?
Everything seems to be Zoom meetings and do it from home type of stuff with the government.
Let
everybody know ahead of time.
That you're on your way. And this is a wood shop. These are all pipes and the plumbing that are going to go in over at the Richmond.
Oh, this is part of the splash pad.
Yeah,
before it gets there, huh?
During the winter months, and as soon as they're ready to do installation, they'll load all this up and take it over there. All fire department vehicles. A couple of heavy plow trucks, 2 salt trucks.
That's pretty cool to get a picture of this thing with its hood up. The world is everybody around the place is so happy. You gotta do a little protection.
Oh, we've got hanging baskets. They'll be getting ready to put those up.
Where do those go? Around here or around the town hall?
Downtown. And up there, a couple of those that are watering. Put those in the back of the pickup trucks to water. This is all mostly, we do have heaters, but it's kind of cold storage. They'll keep some extra vehicles in here. Bucket trucks we use for tree trimming, hanging banners. The lights at Christmas time. That's a sewer camera truck. There's a sewer jet.
This is for blasting all the pipes clean or any clogs?
Pardon?
This is for blasting like pipes clean and cleaning the sewers out.
And if we get, like they were just out yesterday, we had baby wipes in the sewer up on Roselle, I think, and they're able to clear the blockage with the jet.
I was surprised to see that big jet truck. That was pretty cool. You didn't think that.
Even after I've been the mayor for almost 20 years, I came down here, I was surprised at the sheer number of tasks that have to be done on a daily basis here, and it changes almost constantly. It's things happen, and they're very, very quick. They're very responsive. The guys do a great job keeping up with everything.
All right.
That was bought in the winter of '77. The one on the right, and the one on the left we got during the big storm.
So the yellow one's from '77, the snowstorm, huh?
And when you have so much snow that the heavy plows won't get through, you strap these units on the front of the loaders, and we're able to, blow the snow out of the road and put it into a dump truck, or we blow it over the side. But during the last big snowstorm, we had 6 feet.
Was
or
it
whatever.
the October storm or November storm that happened?
November.
I think it's November, or the
We
knife,
were able to get that
snow
in
knife or
emergency.
nothing. What do they call it?
Emergency purchase, and
Oh, that's from that. That's from that one,
that's
huh?
from that storm.
Salt shed.
Salt barn. Oh yeah. These are all materials that they use.
Fence post siding
get
and
run
that.
over, they get destroyed. They're able to
No authorized personnel signs here.
I think there's just employees only on the gate.
Yeah.
Just to keep people from walking in the summertime and wandering around the building. As I
Oh,
said,
yeah.
It can be dangerous for people to come in with.
Yeah, there's a lot of heavy equipment here. And, we definitely appreciate it. Thank you very much, Mr.
You are welcome.
Camsdell, and I'm sure the Erie County family is going to appreciate it. And thank you very
I
much.
hope you enjoyed your visit.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Like, we live in a society now where people want to record how they discipline their child. People that might get mad with this video is the people that probably already embarrassed their child. You can discipline your child in their room. Take something away from them. If they act up, I'm like, son, you can't play the game.
This is a private facility.
Oh, it's private government facility, huh?
Pete Smith.